Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
I came across a family recently called the Bells. They've been touring Australia for over 100 years and been battling not just to keep Australia's oldest carnival show on the road, but to keep the family's legacy alive. Tonight, producer and director Isabel Darling releases a show about her past 7 years on the road with this family. The documentary is called The Carnival, and Isabel joins us now. Hello.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Great to talk to you, Isabel.
It's so fascinating, isn't it, that all that stuff when you were a kid about running away and joining the circus. What's the inside of living with a circus like?
Oh, it's fun. It's really fun. It's a lot of hard work. They're the hardest workers I've ever seen. But they have a lot of fun. They have a lot of family time and a lot of togetherness as they sort of roll around the country.
And do people still have an appetite for seeing circuses and seeing performers like this?
Well, this is more a carnival, so this is more about the rides and this sort of the side shows and all that sort of entertainment. Circuses and carnivals are still very popular. I think that because they're unique and they roll into town once a year, that's the novelty.
Yeah.
I think if it was any more than that, people go, I'll go in 6 months. But because it's that once a year sort of festival feeling and, it's the coming together of community and you go down to the show and you bump into people and it's just that atmosphere. I think that's what really keeps people going back.
A lot of those times when you go to those carnivals, you think they've got some sort of ride and it looks like it's just held together with cable ties and masking tape, and you think, I'm not going on that thing. Is that the case with the rides? How's their maintenance is more or less is what I'm asking you?
Not at all. Yeah, not at all. I know what you mean. Some of the rides are really scary, but they do so much maintenance. I saw over the years just the amount of paperwork and the bureaucracy they've got to deal with and, insurances. They've got so many insurance problems at the moment with insurance companies leaving Australia. There's lots of issues, but because it's the same people operating the rides all the time, they know every sound it makes. They know when something has gone maybe a little bit wrong. They'll shut it down. It's actually a really safe operation. So, nothing to worry about there.
If you're born into a carnival family, is it inevitable you end up being part of that carnival? Can kids opt out?
Well, that's what I found really fascinating when I got to know the family. I found this unspoken succession plan that they had in place. It was almost like it's like a dynasty. It's like a monarchy. There's this handing down of the reins to the next boy in line. And when I met them, the kids were teenagers and they didn't really know what they wanted. So there was this really interesting transition to watch the kids kind of grow into adults and, watch who they become and see how the pressures of family really, take their toll on them. Lots of things going on in this world. But, yeah, there's definitely this kind of handing down and we get to see that fully fleshed out in the film.
It must have been hard because you would have grown quite close to them doing it for 7 years, but at the same time you're making a documentary which you want to be entertaining as well. So was that hard in the editing process?
It was actually, yeah, it was hard, and I tried through the years to keep explaining to the family that, I'm not making a documentary on the history of carnivals. I'm making something much more about the characters, and I had to say, this is about you, this is about your family, this is about your arguments and your love for each other and, the ups and downs, and I had to really encourage them to be sort of warts and all. And I think because I have a life and a personal life and was transparent with them about things, we all had to be sort of vulnerable with each other, and there was a lot of trust there. I had to sort of keep refreshing them, but they were so open to it. They were so giving with their time. I think they thought I was a bit of a pest at times. But in the end, they'd seen what we've made, and we had to make some tough decisions in the edit. There were some things that we chose to leave out, some things that we decided to leave in, and we had to explain to some of our cast, this is why we've chosen to do this. And they got it, and they loved the film, so we're happy.
Good.
The stereotype of the Carny is kind of the toothless hick. This is sort of the stereotype, as I say. How far away are the Bells from that?
Oh, look, that's why I wanted to make the film, because we've all got that impression, don't we? You know, it's in the sort of media, you know, The Simpsons and everything. And I was just so curious about who they really are and what they're like and how they operate. And I was mostly curious about where they come from and where they go, because they just seemed to, you know, disappear every year. So, yeah, look, I think the point of the film really is to show that they're just like any other Australian family. They've got the same battles and challenges and the same love for each other, and they're just operating a business like lots of other Australian families, and they've got lots of challenges that they're facing, but some very different ones. You know, they're battling weather and, you know, fuel prices and all sorts of things, insurance, of course. So, yeah, they're a lovely family. I was very lucky to come across such a nice family.
You must have won a lot of stuffed animals in the sideshow alley.
I've actually enjoyed running some of those games.
Really?
Did you learn the secrets,
yeah.
Isabel?
Because it's you know what it is? We call it in the trade, it's gettable hard. So you look at it and you think, I could get that, but you can't get it.
Yeah, that's right. Like the hangman, where your wrists have to, be double jointed. Yeah, no, It's a lot of fun.
You're not saying too much there, are you, Isabel?
What happens on road stays on the road.
But, you know, that's the mystery. That's what part of it is. And it looks fascinating. The Carnival is on tonight at 8:40 on SBS and SBS Demand. Isabel Darling, thank you.
Thank you. It's on tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay, we'll have someone sacked and killed for giving us the wrong information.
Or we can just put out the
Tomorrow
right
night.
information instead. Thank you, Isabel.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Isabel.